Facebook Live in a couple of days, and I started noticing that I'm getting a little nervous, a little anxious, and I said to myself, what's that about? I've given speeches 1,000 times, I've spoken in front of thousands of people, and I didn't understand what was happening. And I decided to do a little coaching on myself to find out where exactly my little tension is coming from. And I realized that just because we've done something over and over doesn't mean we stop getting nervous about it. For example, you might, let's say, bake a cake, but just because you've baked it 100 times doesn't mean you don't still want people to say, hey, it was good, because you're still wondering, did it come out as good as the first time or the second time? So, for example, with me giving the speech in a couple of days, it's making me think, I wonder how other people are reacting or thinking when they have to speak publicly or speak at a fishbowl at school or speak in front of people or even ask a girl out or even ask someone to the prom. It doesn't matter what the scenario is. When we are nervous, we're nervous. So I wanted to just share my experience. I started asking myself what was really bothering me, and I was able to fine-tune that. I was worried that I wouldn't have the right words, that I wouldn't be able to articulate properly, and that people may not understand what I was trying to say and get my message. You see, what I was experiencing is a little bit of an imposter syndrome, thinking, you know what, I know I've given speeches before, I got this, but I was still nervous and doubting myself. I grew up in Hong Kong. My parents are from Argentina. I was born in Israel, and so English is actually my third language. And all of a sudden I started doubting myself, will I be able to speak well and to be able to send my message when I present and give my speech and have people understand what I'm saying? And I started to unravel that and really say, you know what? I don't have to have the perfect word. I don't need to say it perfectly. I can smile, I can feel confident, whether I am or not, and I can just go ahead and say my message. The key is to be prepared. I have my outline, I've even timed it, I've listened to it actually at least 2 to 3 different times to be able to really become super comfortable with what I'm presenting. When we're organized, when we're prepared, when we know what we want to say, then the rest is just limiting beliefs about what we're about to do. For example, well, what are others going to think? Will they judge me? Will they believe me? Will they care? Will they not care? Will they laugh? What will happen? Those are just thoughts, but it doesn't actually impact on our delivery and our message. I encourage you, if you have any challenges in public speaking or even just how to ask a girl out on a date, find me at michal@brakercoaching.com. I'd love to have a conversation about this, have a chat, and see how we can help you be able to articulate and say and ask and all the things that you want. Happy to connect.